Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got game 2 of this best of 3 between TSLHyuN, who is the red Zerg in the right position, and ESCmonchi, who is the green Protoss in the left position. And well, this is game 2, as I said, of a best of 3. It is the semi-finals of AntecAttack. The winner of this series will go forward into the final and get a guaranteed minimum of €75. So these two playing for money. For those of you who haven't watched game 1, check it out. It's on my channel. You should be able to find that fine. And well, if you don't want spoilers, pause this, go find it and watch game 1. Otherwise, spoilers incoming. What can we expect from this? Well, Monchi went for a 5-gate +1 push against HyuN in game 1, and unfortunately, while he got a good position, he missed a critical force field on the ramp to the main, which allowed HyuN to reinforce and crush the push. And then Monchi did a great defense, but HyuN kept on piling on the pain and eventually won through. So HyuN is 1-0 to Monchi at the moment. So if HyuN wins, he will go through to the final. If he loses, though, it will force a game 3, and Monchi will be and HyuN will be playing for everything in that last game. So we will wait and see which way it goes. But so far, everything going pretty standard. A 14 or 15 pull will be likely out of HyuN. Currently for Monchi, difference, he's got a pylon in the main, not down here at the natural. So what that says is I'm not fast expanding, and that in itself is a really big tell, not seeing that fast expand. He's also banking up quite a lot of minerals, so this could almost be a 2-gate pressure. That is a possibility. If not, he could just go for a Nexus. So this is a bit peculiar. This is like literally the most economical I think you can possibly be as a Protoss player. I don't think there's a more economical opening, but we will see HyuN. He's gone for a hatch first as well, so that is bold. A hatch, then gas. You can't get much bolder. Both of these players, they're like, you know what, sod being safe early game. If you're gonna cheese me, cheese away, because right now I don't care. HyuN, he's like, well, I won game 1, I can lose a game, or I can play super risky and hopefully that'll pay off in the mid game. So this is getting really crazy already, this game. We've got a forge down here for Monchi, who's walling off quite nicely with these rocks here. It's a really narrow wall off. He completely walls off, so he is safe. He can take out these rocks, remember, later and gain access yet again, so he doesn't have a problem. Now, obviously, HyuN, he needs to take a 3rd base, but guess what? Rocks, the bane of a Zerg's life, is rocks to the 3rd. The only thing worse is rocks at the 3rd, but that just means HyuN's going to have a bit of a delayed 3rd base, or he's going to have a hard time defending it. So will Monchi try and capitalize on that, or will he just allow it to gas straight down for Monchi already? So that suggests there's going to be tech. This Overlord is coming in, is going to see instantly that it was a Nexus first build. Just by the timings, you know that if the Nexus is finishing that early, it was down first. We got Chrono Boost coming down on the Nexus, so that means pro production only. That's saying I'm going to the mid game. 4 Zerglings are on the way out for HyuN. What are they going to be able to do? Speed is on the way as well. And to be honest, I'm just interested to see how much HyuN does in terms of offense here, because, well, it could be fun. The Baneling Nest coming down, that says a lot. Is he going to try and punch through this wall? That would be cool if he does. He's got 6 more Zerglings on the way, and, well, suddenly this is looking like HyuN's going to put on the pain. But all while he is producing units, he is not producing drones. And that basically means Monchi is going to be pretty happy if he can hold it. As long as he doesn't take big economic damage, he's fine, he's happy. Another pylon coming down here, so be interested to see what he does with that. That's just more in terms of the wall off, keeping it safe. He doesn't want to lose anything too much, but that forge is a vulnerable spot. Across come the Zerglings, 8 more in production. That will take it up to 18 Zerglings on the field. So this isn't an all-in, but if you, well, now there's 12 Zerglings coming out. Look at the harvester difference. Monchi is getting very ahead in terms of the harvester count. He's got that sentry on the way. That sentry is going to be absolutely essential. 3 Banelings, a lot more Banelings. That's now 9 Banelings in production, and this wall off is suddenly looking not so happy. What can Monchi do to hold it? Well, he's got that sentry. A force field placed just right will be absolutely essential. It's going to pop just in time. Monchi, please pay attention right now. Here comes the Banelings. Now, these Banelings can be absolutely essential. There's another sentry coming out. The Chrono Boost coming down on the gateway. Has he spotted anything? Does he know what's coming? I do not know, but here it comes. And is the force field going to be there in time? Yes, just. And that means that Monchi will hold. More Banelings in production, and now Monchi knows exactly what's up. He is dropping down more photon cannons, more pylons, trying to reinforce this wall. One sentry stuck on the outside, which is not where you want to be as a sentry, and those Zerglings are nearly getting through, but they are not going to be able to engage quickly enough. That sentry does want to go down though, but here comes the Banelings, but a good force field down. One sentry falls though. That is a huge loss. That means no more force fields. The gateway stays up with so little health. That is going to be so close, and it just goes down. That is so unfortunate there for Munchi. He's re-walling off. He's trying to get the best wall off position he can. That sentry completing a wall off, which isn't necessarily what you want. That +1 on its way out. We've got a robotics facility. We've got the robotics base, so that means super early Colossi. A second gateway in there as well. And suddenly HyuN is looking like he's not going to be able to punch through this quite quickly enough. The work count is now 39 to 28. That is meaning HyuN is pulling out this attack now. He knows he can't do it. There is a complete wall off there. There's a big wall off. That is not going to be able to go through anytime soon. And, well, basically, Munchi is now in a good spot. He's been ahead in terms of economy for quite a long time. And obviously, HyuN, he is on equal basis. He hasn't even started his third. And that push did no economical damage. If we actually look at resources lost, 1,300 to 600. That is very much in Munchi's favour, especially when you take into account Munchi had the better income all through that. But these back blocks are getting taken down, and there is no vision over here at all for Munchi. Word of warning for any Protoss players, just put a pylon by any entrances to your base. That's the same on Antigua as well, on Ahana. Can't think of any more off the top of my head, but still, just put pylons wherever there's a second entrance so you know when something like this is going to happen. The Immortal is there, this pylon getting taken down to allow entrance. But guess what? An entrance is being made for you right now, Munchi. What are you going to do? He's getting out 4 more gateways. He's chrono boosting out that Colossi. That Colossi is going to be absolutely essential. And at the rate it takes Zerglings to kill rocks, that Colossi is actually going to be out before anything comes into attack. A spine on the way for HyuN. HyuN is just droning. He's getting an Evo chamber, he's getting that lair up. He had no tech, remember, that was meant to do a lot of damage to that Baneling push, but it didn't actually fulfill. This Colossi is going to be able to do an awful lot. And now, hang on, where are all these units? Where have they gone? There they are, at the front. I couldn't see them, they're blind to everything obvious. Now these back rocks have been taken out. Those Zerglings won't be able to do much at all with the Colossus there, so time will tell. We've got more spines coming down. This looks like it's going to be a 3-spine wall, but still no third base. If we look at the work count, it's now 54 to 45, but that means that HyuN is oversaturated. If you look at there, 2 lines is 16 rather, which means perfect saturation. 4 over at the main, and well, 4 over at the natural, which means more than he needs. He's getting more spines up. He's really worried about a big push, and Munchi, he's in a good spot right now. He's just getting a lot of units out. He's perfectly saturated. He's off 2 bases, getting Colossi production. There is no sign of, well, the lair only just finished. A macro hatch coming down. Here comes a spire. This is essential to get the corruptors to deal with those Colossi, but that is not going to be out for a long time. Still another 60 plus seconds on that spire to be done, and that doesn't even include the time it will take to make corruptors. 2 Colossi already on the field. A third about to pop. Thermal lance is nearly done, which obviously increases the range. Bigger than that of spine crawlers, which means that those spines can get taken down. A forward pylon here. A Zergling counterattack trying to come through. Will it get spotted? Well, this Colossi may spot it, but actually those Zerglings moving round, and suddenly they're taking quite a lot of damage. There's a Colossus there as well, and that's going to pick off quite a few. Not too much. I love the way HyuN's put an Overlord here, denying the third base with creep spread. And, well, suddenly these Zerglings are trying to pick off pylons, but there's a pylon even more forward, so that's not going to cause a problem. May supply block slightly. Now, this big spine wall, that's fine until these Colossus come in, and they're just going to be able to melt those spines so quickly. They're even lined up, so the splash hitting 2 spines at a time, and it looks like HyuN has got nothing to deal with this. He's getting Mutas out, but just Mutas don't engage head on well, but you need Mutas to bring the enemy back to their base and stop them coming to attack you head on. But a head on engagement, this is not going to go well. HyuN now lost his natural base. That means he is going to be so bad in terms of economy. And, well, just more drones getting picked up. The Mutas are on their way in. They're trying to focus down the Colossi. They're pulling back. The Stalkers are able to go to town. Some great force fields preventing the drones, and there's the GG, well played from HyuN, and that series is leveled up 1 apiece. So flick over to my channel, which is on screen now. I'll also put annotations on the right. You can just click and check out game 3 and find out who's going through to the final, because boy, these games have been good so far. So catch you in a minute.